FemTech wouldn't be making any impact on the world unless we speak about developing countries. We are so proud and so excited to present Tanzila with GirlyThings.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Tanzila Khan from Pakistan and my startup is GirlyThings.pk. We deliver feminine hygiene products to menstruators who face a barrier. Now, my journey started when, why am I not able to share this? Okay, great. So my journey pretty much started when I was born. I was born with a disability, and as growing up, I found great strength in my wheelchair. I traveled the world. I became a public speaker, a creative individual that likes to talk about disability in a very creative and sensitizing way. And I thought I had it all. I had a good career. I was making money. I was slightly famous as well in my country. And it was great. But one day, while I was hopping from one meeting to the other, I started my period on the way. And that's when I realized that even as an empowered individual on wheels, I still do not have access to something that is so basic, and that is a sanitary napkin without relying on someone in between. I couldn't find a single shop in my own country that was wheelchair accessible. And instantly I knew that something had to be done. Before we get the bigger things rolling, we had to fix the basic, most important issues about healthcare. There are almost 200 million menstruators in Pakistan right now, out of which at least 10 million undocumented ones are with a disability. There had to be a solution. So GirlyThings happened, and what we do, we deliver feminine hygiene products to anyone who faces barrier in accessing healthcare. We also try to destigmatize periods and conversation around different myths that menstruators have been following for a very long time. We developed a website, we developed a mobile application, we developed a hotline, and all our social media channels were open to make sure that every menstruator could reach us in any way that they like. But now we feel that something more needs to be done. So we will connect education with e-commerce because we need to destigmatize a lot of existing myths, but we also need to create a sustainable model using e-commerce. So we want to educate menstruators about their body and the needs, and then also provide them with all the products that they would need to fulfill those needs, such as these packages containing many products about feminine hygiene and PMS. Okay, so to make this magic happen, to develop a gamification tool that's going to ensure that all menstruators are empowered on all levels, we are seeking $200,000. And then we plan to disseminate this tool through partnerships. And one major partnership is with government. Currently in Pakistan, there are 300 institutes that cater to students with disabilities, and that is going to be our launch base for that. But why now? Well, I think the pandemic has really pushed us in the direction to rethink our hygiene standards. And the whole idea of using technology has also pushed us to embrace technological advancements. Even for those who did not have a smartphone, they do have one now. And it's a great time to also ensure inclusion and diversity on all levels. So when there's a conversation about menstrual health care, we must keep in mind menstruators who face a barrier, particularly menstruators with a disability. These are the faces of people that are making it happen and further are committed to the cause. We have a team of different people from having different genders and different walks of life. And we have received a lot of love and support from a lot of different partners and media outlets, FemTech Lab right over there. But now this journey is going to have all of you as part of it. I think menstrual health care and disability are areas that anybody and everybody can be a part of. And we need your support in terms of mall support, finance, partnerships, anything and everything. So let's do this together because now we need you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tanzila. Oh, it's so great to hear your story. Do you have any? Oh yeah, we have some questions.
Okay. Are there any specific obstacles for people with disabilities facing when they're menstruating? Maybe elaborate a little bit on that.
Absolutely. So the first basic obstacle is definitely accessing different products because infrastructurally, Pakistan is not that accessible. So any menstruator that needs anything would have to go to the market that do not have the access. So they have to rely on someone else. And that I think causes a lot of issues in the long run in terms of self-esteem and having a lifestyle that's all about dependency. So a lot of psychological issues there as well. Secondly, we also feel that a lot of products that are already in the market do not really cater to some menstruators with a different type of disability. For example, if a menstruator is belly below paralyzed, and if she is slightly more heavier, to change a sanitary napkin or a menstrual cup or a tampon could be slightly more difficult, and she might have to rely on a carer. So we are also looking forward to a conversation about having these products, new products that cater to particular menstruators with disability to be introduced and easily accessible and not that costly. We all know about the tax debate on sanitary napkins, and unfortunately, many products are pretty expensive. So these are some of the obstacles that will cater to somehow.
Yeah, we have some love in the chats saying that this is a great example of consumer health education and amazing social impact. Tanzila.
Thank you, Tina. And thank you, everyone.
There's more questions. Can you explain your revenue model and who your target clients are?
Absolutely. So we have taken inspiration from the Dollar Shave Club. And we thought that if we could have a tool that helps a menstruator just pick and choose whatever the needs are, body type, and whatever they prefer in terms of what they want to do during PMS. Do they want to have a chocolate or they want to have a green tea? And we customize a package and we deliver it to them every time they're expecting their period. That would be our business model. That is like the value addition of catering to the needs before they actually start. So our business model is the e-commerce model, and I think that was the question, right? The revenue model
and target clients.
Target clients, yes, we are focusing on menstruators that face a barrier. I say that because physical impairment is just one type of barrier, something that I experienced as a wheelchair user myself. But then we also felt that there are many menstruators who are facing a cultural barrier or a financial barrier. So I think those menstruators also need to be catered in a different way. And I think our tool pretty much caters multiple market segments as well. Because all in all, I think everyone menstruates in the same way. It could be like slightly different ways, but I think across the globe, we are united through menstruation. So yes.
Thank you, Tanzila. Awesome. Really inspiring to hear about your story. Thank you.